Shawty righteous, I went talking if she was going. Baby pretty, I just wanna know where you going. Down with my brothers. Shalom, shalom. Hey, want to give all the good to you about Shemel Shah. Right, so this the voice of the branches, right? So we got episode 11, and we're gonna get into it, man. It says stop the hate, man. So, man, we just don't just want to go into, man. When it comes to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, hey, we gotta stop the hate. Right. And when I say stop the hate, I'm talking about towards each other, right? You know what I'm saying? When you look at the scriptures, when you go into like Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54, and things like that, you see it said that the Israelites will have that evil eye towards their brother, right? And you just look at us in society, man. Like, bro, let's think about it. You like for the brothers and sisters that's from like the big cities, like like New York, you know what I'm saying? Chicago, then Orlando, Miami, LA, you know what I'm saying, and so forth, man. It's a lot of hatred, and it's not just in the big cities; it's prominent in the little cities as well. You know what I'm saying? Well, our brothers, especially our brothers, man, we be hating on each other, man. Right? We hate to see another brother doing well. We hate to see our brother getting money. We hate to see our brother having this, having that, man. Hey, we gotta stop that, man. You know what I'm saying? You should want better for your brother, your fellow brother. You know what I'm saying? That's be an issue. And that goes into what, you know what I'm saying, covetousness. You know what I'm saying? Wondering what the next man got. Right? When it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people, especially us as so-called black Hispanic, we say that we love the Bible, we love the Lord, but a lot of us we go into breaking the first 10, right? One of the first 10 is thou shalt not covet, right? And we covet what our neighbors got. Our people do that big time. You know what I'm saying? They see it like a brother having this, or even sisters. You know what I'm saying? You might see a sister. You know what I'm saying? She might have some nice hair, or a pretty face, or or whatever she might have. You know what I'm saying? Sisters be hating on each other too. Oh, she thinks she all that. You know what I'm saying? She thinks she this, or she thinks she that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta stop the hate, like, as a community. That's one of our biggest problems. You know what I'm saying? We always looking down on people because they have what's better. Like, so if somebody got better than you hating on them. Like, dang, oh, they got this. Oh, dang, this man, he got a big house, or he this, he that. We gotta stop that, right? And one of the things I just want to talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, you got like elders, like older niggas be hating on the younger niggas. That's something like, we really gotta stop. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Just like anything, like the older people, we call them like in the truth, we call them the elders. You know what I'm saying? We call them elders, or you know what I'm saying, or in the world, we call them OGs or whatever. But you have a tendency in this thing where you got, especially in the truth though, like in the truth though, you have like a lot of elders. They look at these young brothers that's out here that's grinding and that's putting in that work. Not saying all elders, but you do have some elders that they grow envy or resentment, or just hating because they see that these young brothers is out there just grinding, they're just doing the work, and they sincerity, and they hating on them. They hate. They just, it's simple, just hating. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it has to stop. Like, even though you might be older than them. You know what I'm saying? And that's even like, you know what I'm saying. For instance, like, you got a lot of people that just coming inside the truth. And when I say the truth, I mean like coming into the knowledge, understanding that they're Israelites. They got to keep the commandments. You know what I'm saying? They got to repent these last days, understanding that the Israelites, things like that. You know, man, you got people that's coming in 18, not even just 18, 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? So you people that's what, 32, 40s, 50s, who are we to look down on them, or you know what I'm saying, belittle them, you know what I'm saying, in this thing. And then it's thing too. Like, being like you said, you just been like I'm saying, like, you could be in this thing, like, you might have lived some years on this earth. You might have been here 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So you got some experience. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all just coming to truth. You got to understand, you might been here for 50 or surplus years, but coming to truth, you got to start off as a babe. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you step in this truth, you got to restart yourself all over. You know what I'm saying? That's any and everybody. You know what I'm saying? You could be 15, you could be 30, you could be 25, you could be 40, whatever it is. You still got to start off as a babe. As in, you got to humble yourself down, and you got to restart all your thinking that you did. You got to start off from the beginning. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we got to come in this thing humbling. You know what I'm saying? Actually watching how we move. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't carry the worldly stuff into this thing. You know what I'm saying? Because you know in the world, I be honest. You know what I'm saying? In the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like when I was in before I came into, you know what I'm saying, I always looked up to you know what I'm saying, older people. You know what I'm saying? But we got to be honest sometimes too. A lot of our elders has failed us. A lot of people that's older than us has failed us in life. You know what I'm saying? Not just in just the truth, but in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the things that our elders grew up knowing, they didn't. Some of them really didn't take the time to implement that in the younger generations, right? That's why a lot of young generations, they come up with the mindset there, because the people that's over them, or that's their parents or whatever, they not teaching them nothing. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Like, you got elders nowadays. A lot of our elders is in Christianity. A lot of our elders, like the people, when I say elders, I mean like people like I'm 32. So, you know, you got people that's like, you dig, and they like you know what I'm saying, like I said, 50s, they 60s and things like that, 40s, whatever, you know, so I call them elders. You know what I'm saying? Like, they a lot of them, they not talking about, you know what I'm saying, keeping the commandments, coming back to the Most High, repenting his last days, you know, keeping the dietary laws. They're not telling the young people that, hey, you a young man, you an Israelite. Hey, young man, you need to pay. Hey, young sister, you need to dress modest. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they're not doing these things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our older people, man, a lot of them are drunkards, right? Right? They've been affected by the crack era, so they might be, you know what I'm saying, junkies. Like, this real rap. Like, this was going on in our community for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are strung out on Christianity, where they might be prominent in a church, right? They might be your deacons, your pastors. But that's nothing. Those deacons, these deacons and these pastors, they're not doing that for our community, right? They're not telling our people the truth. They're putting more energy in saying, well, hey, you know what I'm saying, this prosperity doctrine, like, oh, I see this and I see that, just pay your tithes. Oh, I see this in your future. Oh, I see that, just put your offering in. You know what I'm saying? They're not caring about the actual souls themselves. You know what I'm saying? But caring about the souls is telling our people to repent. Right? You go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17, and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, rough paraphrase saying, hey, not suffer sin upon your neighbor. Right? You should want to see your fellow brother or sister to go off to do wrong. That's actually true love. So our people, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying, they kind of got a misconception of what love is or what hating on somebody is. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can now some people could come at it with, they be like, dang, you know, you trying to correct them or tell them to do better. They kind of take that as hating on them. But really hating on somebody is like, when I say hating on somebody, I'm like, as in, you got somebody that's actually doing well, doing something positive, and you got something negative to say. You coveting with that. That's hate. That hater to do something like that. Or she thinks she's doing something. Or look at her, she got that head wrap on. You know what I'm saying? She look like damn Harriet Tubman. Cause you ain't got tights on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't showing your behind. They talking about, oh, she look like she Harriet Tubman. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, dang, you might see a brother, he might be getting some money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he might, like, you got some people that come in this thing, where they got a clothing lines. They clothing line might be jumping. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of like, you just got that spirit of just hate. So he think he doing something. Oh, his clothing line ain't there. You know, it's like just different hate. Y'all, we know what hating is. Anyway, so you got a lot of that just be going on in this thing, and we gotta stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? As a people, you know what I'm saying? As it's like speaking from the truth, and as the people, like as it's like if everybody as a whole, because you know, so-called blacks, Hispanics, we are the Israelites. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans, we are the Israelites, and we gotta stop this hatred, man, towards one another. That's our biggest problem. We don't have hatred when it comes to other people, but then when it comes to ourselves and our own people, that's where we have the most hatred at. You know what I'm saying? And then, so back to what I was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have that, like our elders. You got some elders. They be hating on the young folk. They be hating on the grind. Like, you got young men. I'm talking about 20, 29, hell 30, and they out here leading camps. When I say camps, because for the people that's not really knowledgeable on like how things and the truth is. So a camp is basically like a congregation. You know what I'm saying? But you got young men that's out there that's head of congregation, they're leading these congregations, and they doing big, they handle things in big business. But you got elder men that's speaking out against these men and just hating them. You gotta understand though, no man is perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like no man is perfect, but we're striving. Even a leader, there's no perfect leader. If we want to talk about somebody that's perfect, we know Christ, Yahweh Shai, right? Whom the world ignorantly called Jesus, he was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Job was perfect. John the Baptist's parents, you know what I'm saying? Elizabeth and Zechariah, they was perfect. But you know what I'm saying? But it's like I said again, those are the examples of people that's perfect. But a lot of people nowadays, we striving. Hell, we don't forgot our heritage. You know what I mean? We forgot who we are as a people. So we just now coming back to these people. They live their whole life in this truth. You know what I'm saying? But we just coming back to our heritage and realizing who we are as a people. So you know, you're going to make mistakes as a leader. No leader is going to be perfect. But as an elder, I would see this develop like instead of just like casting down, like, yeah, of course, rebuke and correct a brother. Of course, that I'm never saying you shouldn't do that, but you should want to not. It's a way that you can go about it where you're not casting down like you saying, well, I'm an elder and I'm this and I'm that, and you're basically condescending. You don't want to be condescending as an elder. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to bring that type of energy because to be honest, a lot of young people know more than the older people. Just being honest, like when it comes to the truth, a lot of people. When I say the truth, for those that don't know, like if you don't really know what I'm talking about, when I say the truth, I'm talking about like as in understanding the Bible for what it is. Because Christianity, that's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? Being a Muslim and so forth, all these other religions, that's not the truth. Because the truth ain't the religion. It's a culture. It's a heritage that was given to the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we as people, we gotta stop that, man. And not only that, even it's coming to like just how like between the men and the women. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to make sure, like, as in within our household, our homes, that we're not hating on one. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got like, especially in this, in nowadays, you got it where like, bro, they got this stigma or this thing where the so-called black man and the so-called black woman is pitted against each other, but it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? I be on IG. You know what I'm saying? For those that got IG, Twitter, you know what I'm saying, TikTok, things like that, and so forth and so forth. You see like little different posts and things like a brother could post something about such, right? Then you got females, they kind of hop on the comments, they kind of like putting their brother down, or they saying this about her brother. Then boom, a sister she'll put something up. Then you got brothers, they kind of hopping in on there. You know what I'm saying? They putting her down. Like, hey, we gotta stop that, right? So we just like, you know what I'm saying, like we need each other in this thing. The so-called black man, he needs the so-called black woman, and so forth. So the so-called black woman, she needs so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? And we got to bring back the significance too of a so-called black man, the importance of the so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? According to the Bible, bro, a so-called black man, so-called black Hispanic Israelite man. I mean, let me say it again. A so-called black Hispanic Native American, right, which are Israelite men, they're the most precious men on earth. Now, when I say that, I'm not just talking about anyone, I'm talking about one that fears the Lord. You know what I'm saying? One that's trying to keep the commandments. One that's trying to have that's having faith in Yahweh Shemel. That's what I'm talking about. A man that's repenting, converting, changing his ways, and living according to the scriptures. That's the man that's more precious than Ophir or gold. Roughly paraphrasing when I'm talking about the scriptures. So our women, they gotta stop hating this man. You know what I'm saying? You got some women that they look down, even in the truth. You got some women they kind of, you know, they still kind of have that mentality where they downplay the man. You know what I mean? And they gotta kind of stop that. And also, vice versa, though, you know what I'm saying? You got brothers, man, they be shooting down on sisters. Oh, our sisters this, oh, our sisters that. But we got to have accountability for ourselves too, because a lot of it is because it's the things that men that we allow. Sometimes we allow, like a lot of our brothers, they allow for a woman to think the way that they think. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking to a brother not too long ago. Me and the brother, but my brother Obadiah. You know what I'm saying? He seen a post on Facebook, and it was like this so-called black woman. She was like, hey, she said basically, she said that she saying that what she brings to the table is her looks. You know what I'm saying? And that a man, he should be submissive to her. You know what I'm saying? And blase, and so forth. So only thing that this woman saying, only thing I bring to the table is my looks, how I look. So a man, just because how I look, a man, he need to submit to me. Just how I look. She's not saying that, oh, but I help with finances, or not even just and then us men, we not even looking for that. Hell, you can just say, hey, I bring peace. She's not saying that she bring peace to the table. She didn't say, well, I bring love to the table. She said I bring looks. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's a different kind of like a little aspect. Saying, well, hey, I bring you know what I'm saying, stability, or I bring help, mental help. Because a lot of brothers and the men out here, hey, we need a woman that's going to support us in what we do, especially when it comes to the truth. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's one thing, you know what I'm saying, the men in the world, but the men in the truth, we have a lot that's weighing on us. You know, you got your family members, they turn their back on you. When you first come to the truth, man, you start off with like, dang, you got everybody in your family, they probably loving you. You probably that cousin or that brother. And then, you know, once you get in this truth, man, they turn their back on you, man. Like they stop hitting you up. You know what I'm saying? They start hanging out. They start linking up with you. You know what I'm saying? All these, they start coming over. That's what happens when you're in the truth. So when you have a woman, you know what I'm saying, that woman should be that person that's by your side. That's gonna be that pillar of rest. You know what I'm saying? When I think of a pillar, when I visualize a pillar, it's something that supports a building. Pillars support a building. So if I'm a builder, I need that support. A wife she's a support system. She got a bit of support on me, but you can't support a man that you have hatred for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some houses, they don't know that they're inwardly hating them. You know, so they might not feel it like out there, but they're inwardly like resenting their man, or they're inwardly, you know what I'm saying, despise their man because they feel like he's not meeting their expectations. But a lot of their expectations is off. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, they don't look for a man that fears God. They look a lot of times, a lot of us look for a man that got money. But that don't make a man that don't make a man just because he got money. He can have all the money, but what is that? What is he going? What is so he can look this thing? A man that got money, he can only support you financially. Well, what about your mental state? What about your spiritual state? Can he support you then? A lot of these niggas that got money, they don't have mental strength, spiritual strength. Who they rely on? Therapists, other people to tell them how to think, tell them how to dress, tell them how to do this, how to do that. Right? So a man, it's not just a financial thing that accomplishes a man, but it's also spiritual. A man has to be able to provide for a woman spiritually, mentally. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Not just that is the financial thought, the financial aspect, physical aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because our sisters, they need help out here, right? But a man, he can't lead or help guide a woman if he not right with the Lord first. And that's going back to a lot of our brothers. You know what I'm saying? So the point of me saying all this is, you know what I'm saying, we got to stop being paired against each other and actually try to come together. Now, of course, now we know that, just being honest, it's not about, like, according to the Bible, it ain't gonna happen. 2/3 of Israel gonna be destroyed. That's Zechariah 13 and verse 8. That's just reality. But those that can change, I'm talking to the elect. You know what I'm saying? Those that can change, that can make a difference. Let's make those steps. You know what I'm saying? And not having that hatred or that disdain for our fellow brothers and our fellow sisters, or your younger brother or your older brother. You know what I'm saying? So I just been seeing a lot of that in Israel, and then you got some of these things too, especially like when in the truth aspect part, you got things like this. Like you got a brother that might hate on the brother because they feel like, oh man, that nigga know more than me. Oh, that nigga know so many priests. He know more preachers than me. Or that brother, he know more prophecy than me. Hey man, that's off, man. You can't be, but like a lot of people like somebody in the world, they wouldn't probably understand. Like somebody just coming to, they wouldn't really understand what I'm saying. But you have it to where people that do recognize themselves to be Israelites, so-called blacks, Hispanics, they know who they are. You know what I'm saying? According to the Bible, they know they got to keep the commandments. And some of them, they look at other men, they're like, dang. Or you got some sisters too. They look at other people like, dang, well, they think they so wise. They think so this that they start having hatred because a brother might know more precepts than you, or because a sister might know more precepts, or she know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she know how to cook, so they got hating on the sister. Who she thinks she is? Because she know how to make unleavened bread. Who she thinks she is? Because she know how to make a home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? Or who this brother think he is? Because he know how to teach. He know how to bring it out on the highways and byways. Sometimes this be the spirit that our people be moving in, man, and we gotta kind of stop that though. You know what I mean? We gotta stop that, like just moving, like, cause it's weird activity, bro. Like it's really weird. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I said, like, damn, like we call ourselves being in this truth. Again, I gotta express that when I say being in the truth for those that's new or don't really know what the truth is, it's understanding you're an Israelite. Understand that you got to keep the commandments, not just the 10, but all the commandments that's in the Bible, and to the best of your ability, repenting in these last days. And that means changing your ways. That's being in His truth. And also having faith in Yahweh Shai. You gotta have faith. Got to have faith. That's being in His truth. You know what I'm saying? But I say that some of the people that come to the knowledge of this, we lack in this area of hating on our fellow brother and sister, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's something that we gotta stop that. Because when you also go into it, like Christ Yahweh Shai, he even talks about it. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know what I'm saying? Rough paraphrasing, like he that hate his brother, he considered like something like rough paraphrasing, like he's like a murderer. He compares you to a murderer, a person that hates his brother. Like I said, I'm gonna just get it real fast. Let me get this in 1 John. Let me get it real fast, though. So get it real fast, though. I want to bring this precept out, so I want to butcher it all the way. It says, "Whosoever," this 1 John chapter 3, verse 15. "Whosoever hateth his brother is a murderer. Ye know that no murderer have the eternal life in him." So if you hate your brother, man, Lord said, you're a murderer. Right? So we gotta check our spirit. We gotta check our spirits in these last days, man, and making sure that we're not being in the spirit of a murderer and hating your brother or your sister. You know what I'm saying? We gotta definitely check ourselves. You know, but that's one thing. Like I said, I'm on low with him, man. I'm gonna try to get in some more topics and things like that. But you know, today's time for the night, man. I'm just going into, man, like, hey, man, we gotta stop this. We gotta stop this hatred amongst one another. And not only that, I'm gonna touch on something else before I go. Hey, we gotta stop that hatred towards these different, like you got people out here, they damn camp banging, man. Oh, you not in my camp? Oh, I don't mess with you like that. Hey, man, that's off as hell, bro. Hey, when Yahweh Shai come back, he not gonna be like, oh, when Yahweh Shai come back, he not gonna be like, oh, hey, what camp you was in? Oh, you was in IUIC. Oh, you was in so and so camp. Oh, you was in Believers Away or Sakari or Sons of Thunder or WFI. Lord not gonna say that. He not gonna ask you which camp you was in to clarify what kind of man or woman you was. He gonna look at your works individually. What works did you put forth? You did what I'm saying? So we can't look at a brother or look down on a brother because he is in different camp. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, still your brother. You know what I'm saying? But you got some counts, man. And they be looking down on people just because they not in their camp. Oh, you not in our camp, or you not gonna receive salvation. And I'm not gonna put these camps out there saying that. But you know who you are. You know who you are. And we can't be moving like that. Nobody has to belong to your account to receive salvation. Because you're not the Lord. Right? The Lord is the only one that can to give somebody salvation. You know what I'm saying? Now, not all camps not like that. Now, you do have some camps though that's out there, and they do congregate with other camps, right? They link up with other camps. They do whole unity camps, and it's beautiful through the spirit to have brothers from different camps to come together and just show love and compassion. I mean, I love it. I love it. I encourage brothers to continue doing that. Brothers continue to do unity camps. Encourage brothers to see, even though they might have been continue to link up with these brothers. Text them, call them. They might not be on camp, but just hit them up. Hey, brother, how you been? How you living? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But you do got some people that's in our nation, man. They looking, they taking what camp they in. Like, oh, they taking what count they in, they taking it to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And as in hatred level, like, oh man, that nigga ain't in this count. That nigga, he's going off. Or that nigga ain't gonna make it. Hey man, that's off. You know what I'm saying? We can't be moving in that type of spirit. That's not the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah. Right? That's not the spirit of Yahweh Shah. You did, and that's another thing. So a couple things I kind of touched on. Like I said, the elders, not even the elders, you know what I'm saying, but it's most like, from my experience, you don't really have like young people that's hating on elders because like they elders, man. But you do have it where you got like some elders. Not in that, and I'm not saying it ain't happening, but to those young folk that is hating on the elder, hey man, respect your elders, man. Respect your elders, man. Don't disrespect elders. But to you elders, man, don't be prideful. Humble yourself. The Lord put that young man in his position for a reason. He's not the leader of the camp for no reason. The Lord did that. You got to remember everything of the Lord. He found the truth before you did for a reason. Remember that, right? Brothers and sisters, we got to start having hate towards one another. Brothers, love your wives, right? Sisters, love your husband. Don't have hatred towards your women, or your man, right? We got to stop going looking to these other nations for love. You got the passport brothers, right? They going to damn you know what I'm saying? They going damn China, dang Japan, looking for dang Ling for love. Right? You got a sister that can love you just like that where you at. You know what I'm saying? And sisters as well. You know what I'm saying? They going for the so-called white man, the Edomite, feeling like, oh, they can find love there. Next thing you know, they right here damn lynch somewhere, man. And that happens. You know, Lord forbid, don't have to no sister, but that it's a reality that happens, though. You know what I mean? And I say, man, we definitely got to stop the, you know what I'm saying, like the camp banging, man. That stuff is off, man. That's off, man. Like, well, no matter what camp you in, love an Israelite, a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You gotta have love for them, no matter what camp they're in, no matter what it is. You still gotta have love for them, because if you hate them, scripture say you're a murderer. That's what the scriptures say. So you don't want to be a murderer in these last days. So we got to remember, that we got to stop the hatred, man. Stop the hate, man. Stop hating, man. Right? You know what I'm saying? But that's something I just want to just talk about today, man. I kind of want to just vet on type stuff, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's episode, you know what I'm saying, 11, man. Stop the hate, man. Stop the hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to blast my little joint right here. Yeah, John crazy. And you don't know what this is? This Desire Israel, Israelites on Peachtree, Jungle Hard. Yeah.